Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Chris McGee, Robert Horry, big game, James Worthy. We've got Mike Trudell down at the arena. The Lakers find a way to get it done. They beat the Clippers. They even the series at 2-2. The Lakers have won 8 of 12 as they face the Boston Celtics on Sunday. Listen, Clipper resilience, Kawhi's brilliance. He actually left the game with ankle soreness with 5 minutes left. Redick Mathurin fouled out. John Collins got hurt in the second quarter, so some things broke the Lakers' way as the Clippers came storming back with a 17-1 run in that third, James. But the Lakers plus 27 from three, 55% behind the arc, 31 assists. But the story, the crunch time games again, as Rob is patiently waiting to get in. They are 16-3 in crunch time games. Big charge by Austin Reeves to foul out Mathurin. Marcus Smart hit some big shots. Luka down the stretch. But that final play, Lakers dodged a bullet there. I gave you a lot.
You got the W, and you walk away with the W. I hate to say this, Gita, but there is such a thing as a disappointing win, and I think they got away with one tonight. They got away with Kawhi Leonard being out, then some silly plays at the end right there. I mean that right there. He had a good look at it. When you get a lead, Rob said it at halftime. When you get a lead, man, you gotta build on it. You can't afford to, allow teams to get back in the game. But I do think, Geeter, overall, that charge by Austin Reeves was critical. Kind of turned the game around, and I thought down the stretch, they shot 44 shots and hit 44 out of 84 shots, 52%, like you said. 17 out of 31, they shot the three ball. So, they got the win. But I'm sure they're going to look at it and say, man, we just can't afford to win like this. They got to win differently. They got to win with some strength. And I think they got away with one tonight.
It's just one of those crazy games. Well, it's basically a head scratcher. Because you look at all the threes we made. You look at we only had 12 turnovers, but we barely won the game.
I know, it was one of those games.
And then we outshot them from three. They only had 8 threes. And I'm like, if you tell me we outshoot somebody by this, we only have this many turnovers. Yeah, it just goes to show you that it ain't always about knocking down threes. It's about getting to the bucket and my favorite line is get buckets. That's what this game is about. It's not about knocking down threes. It's about getting buckets. And that's what the Clippers were able to do. They was able to get buckets. They was able to go to the free throw line. They was able to knock down their free throws. You think about Mathurin. Everybody was like, oh, what are they going to do with James Harden gone? Mathurin is playing better than James Harden. And that's what you got to understand. If you're able to manipulate the defense and get to the rack and get to the free throw line, that's half the battle right there. Because think about it, that's what Luka kind of does. He does that. But you look at this, you're like, wow. And, Ty Lue got something going on, depending on what Kawhi has to get back. But this is a head-scratcher game. I like the way the Lakers battled down the stretch. It's a back-and-forth game. As a basketball player, I love this game because
it was entertaining.
It was entertaining, but it's just a head-scratcher.
So what did you see? What did you guys see down the stretch, at least offensively? Lakers now 16-3 in those final 5 minutes of those close games. Marcus Smart had a big shot. Obviously, Lakers got to the line as well. Luka with a huge three here, James.
Yeah. Look, the Lakers have proven it in the last 4 minutes. They're pretty good down the stretch. I think they got Luka involved. Marcus Smart hit a big shot. I thought, Ayton was active. They pulled it out. They executed, got the shots that they were supposed to get. But it was just an odd game. I never felt like they had control. I always, turn the ball over, taking some ill-advised shots, allowing them to get back in the game. You just want to win more convincingly, in my opinion.
To me, this was the play of the game, Rob. This is Austin Reeves, Redick Mathurin with 5 fouls, close game. Austin Reeves taking a charge, and he was brilliant tonight. 29 points, 4 of 5 from 3, 9 of 15. Just fantastic to have him back. And as he said to Mike Trudell, it's the first time he's been back completely in over 2 months.
Yeah, that's the one thing about AR. He's a true student of the game. He knows the importance of taking charges. A lot of times, guys don't want to step in there and take that charge, and he's that guy. And James stated it earlier that one of the reasons he might get hurt because he takes a beating in that sense. But he's a baller. And you have to do that because if he doesn't take that charge, Madden probably scores. It's a different ball game. So it's the little things that mean so much in the game of basketball. It's not just the big shots. It's just not the threes. It's the little things like taking charges, diving on the floor. Him and Marcus Smart. Those are what those guys do, and it's vital to this team's victories.
And one thing we saw with Austin, open threes.
Yeah.
With everyone on the court.
Yeah, I mean the ball was moving. I mean, what do they have, Geeter?
31 assists.
31 assists tonight. So it wasn't like the ball wasn't moving. It was moving. And, the Clippers have been playing well. Really been playing well since December. So you got to give them a little credit. But I also like to see improvement, like getting a lead, not giving them an opportunity to get back. If they earn an opportunity to get back into the game, that's one thing. But when you kind of mismanage the ball, turn it over, make some silly fouls or whatever to allow them to get back in the game. Kawhi got hot. You got to give Leonard. It's hot when he's got that frozen rope going.
Quarter, man.
When he's got that frozen rope going, man, it's tough. So, yeah. But I'm just a little greedy.
I understand. Listen, the big story for me tonight, guys, this is crazy. We're 55 games in. This might have been the first time in a long time, and really only a handful of times, that JJ had everybody available for him. And the big three played tonight for only the 11th time. And I'll take that a little further. We've mentioned this a lot. In a lot of those games, guys either got hurt or they were on minutes restrictions. Tonight, no restrictions. LeBron was questionable coming in. He played. They combined for 80 points. They combined for 23 assists. And Rob, I'll start with you. Nice to have them all together. They are 8-3 in those 11 games that they've played. Only 11 of the 55.
And you really see what when they play together in that first quarter when everything is clicking. Like. Yeah, and it puts defenses on their heels. You think about the thing we hadn't talked about with the Clippers. They got some good defenders over there. Mathurin, Kawhi, and Dunn. Those three guys are top-tier defenders. And then you throw Jones in there. Those guys can really put the clamps on you. And you think about Brook Lopez, he's a kind of even though he's not talked about with shy blocking, but the way the Lakers put it on them in that first quarter, 41 points, kind of made it easy for them. And I think that's one of the things that, with those three being there, it's going to put defenses on their heel. And this was a good test for them because if you go across the league, I don't think there's a better three guys out there playing defense than the Clippers have. Think about it. If you really think about it, what team out there has three better defenders than these three guys right here? Probably not many.
Maybe OKC.
Maybe
Spurs.
OKC.
Yeah, I mean, they're up there in the top tier for sure.
Yeah.
So Luka Doncic, by the way, as we just looked at the big three there, James, 30-point double-double. I think that's the 99th time in his career he's done it. He finished with 38. He was hitting the three ball tonight, 8 of 14. He had a stretch where he actually missed 11 of 12, but then got hot again in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was hot from the beginning, man. It really, jump-started the team. And in the second half, he hit some big shots to kind of keep the Lakers lead. And that's what you have in Luka, man. He can rep and hit a three at will, pretty much. So the combination of he and Austin, I thought was amazing. And then LeBron only 13 points, but he had the 11 assists. Mm-hmm. So I think the trio really played, like we expect him to, and like we hope that they get that kind of production. But Luka, he's a guy that can get his at any moment. He might miss a few here and there, but he's never going to stop trying to get them, and he's going to get them.
Yeah, the thing about Luka, he's able to manipulate the defense like he wants. And down the stretch, I think one of the things that he could be really vital with AR being back is a decoy. You saw right there where he was playing up top, and those really good defenders were taking him out of it. And it was like, what do we do? And sometimes in that, you got to run some plays. And James says this all the time. Why not put AR in that position? Because they're not expecting. They're expecting Luka to do that. And think about it. When Luka got off the ball and sat in the corner, he got wide open threes. He was able to knock him down and get his rhythm back. So sometimes, you need to, switch it up. It ain't always about AR. It ain't always about Luka. It ain't always about LeBron. Put the defense on the heels and get the coaching staff on the other team to really think about what they want to do. Yeah,
LeBron, a double-double, and this is the 5th straight game he's had 10 or more assists. Time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.
JJ, I think for a while before Austin got hurt, he was leading the league in charges and up to a certain point, and obviously has the big one in the fourth. What did you see on that play, and kind of what does that tell you about Austin on a night he was that efficient on offense?
Yeah, I thought the charge was the play of the game, and frankly, the second charge would have been the play of the game had they made the right call, which they didn't. And they make a three, but that was a huge play given the circumstances. He was fantastic tonight. Other than the 2 turnovers there in the third in traffic. You have questions about him. I thought Smart and DA in that fourth quarter were really difference makers for us. Smart, was fantastic on defense all night, and then 7 minutes left in the fourth or whatever it was. And he hasn't taken a shot, and we come out of a timeout, he makes a 3, and then he makes another one, and then he gets the and one. So he just huge from him. I guess it was a long 2, but in my mind it was a 3. But just huge stuff from him. Leadership in the huddles, all that, and then DA was great and very engaged, and just was able to execute our defensive game plan at a really high level.
JJ, you guys opened the game with like a pretty intentional play. It seemed like for Luka to either get to the basket or have the lob, and he missed a layup.
He did?
I think, first play of the game. I think you guys made 16 of your next 18 shots after that. How close to your offensive ceiling did you feel like you guys were? Not obviously results were results, but in terms of process and the ease in which you guys were getting to what you wanted offensively early.
Yeah, the offense in that first half was good. We made some shots, but I thought the extra passes and the execution and the way we got to spacing in early offense and just sharing the basketball, and it was clutter-free, ego-free. We just played, and it was you're not going to shoot 67%, but I thought the process was really good.
We've obviously known that you guys have had the injuries throughout the season. It's kind of a rarity to have everybody on a court healthy. With the full roster, the way this game went down the stretch, is it significant at all that just many possessions going to Luka and letting him to try to make something happen? And is that kind of the pecking order when this thing is full?
Luka's going to have the ball a lot, down the stretch.
In ISO situations, and and the fact that this is his first time he played in 5 games, that he was able to be that kind of full thrust.
Yeah, I mean, Dunn is a great defender. I think he was able to draw a foul. He was able to get the and one. Got a paint touch and missed a bunny. So yeah, I thought he did a good job. There was a couple plays we ran with just him as the decision maker, him as the ball handler. It's not necessarily ISO, so it wasn't. We didn't call ISO for him. That when plays break down, you got to go get it sometimes, and he's able to get it. But I mean, we've played through LeBron. The Philly game is a great example of that. All 3 guys were on the court. We played through LeBron at the end of the game. We obviously have played through AR at the end of the game. Just reading the situation, and we obviously, everybody, including his teammates, feel really comfortable with Luka having the ball.
What was just kind of the process with LeBron? Typically 41-year-olds who get downgraded at some point during the day, they don't always play.
Yeah, he fought through a lot today. I mean, the knee soreness, he probably doesn't want me to share, but he was dealing with a migraine as well pregame, and just again, he rings the bell over and over. That's what he does.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Head coach J.J. Redick, and with 27 games left, 55 games in, the Lakers are 13 games over 500. We get you to the Lakers locker room. Austin Reeves is speaking with the media.
You guys started. Thanks. You guys started the game with a missed layup, and then I think made 16 of your next 18 shots as a team. How easy was the offense in terms of execution? How the quality of the looks you guys were creating with everybody together?
Yeah, I think like you said, the quality of the shot was high, so we have high confidence that it's gonna, go in, whoever's shooting it. But yeah, I just thought the ball was moving. We were moving their defense. Luka, LeBron, we're doing a really good job. Making plays. I think 11 assists for both of them was major.
What did you think of 3 of you guys out there? Finally, you are actually playing as well. They have all of you guys out there.
I've been out there not playing. Well, sometimes. Execute the right way.
This is just your 11th game, all three together. Do you feel the chemistry developing even more, like every time you guys go out there together?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the more we play alongside one another, the better we're going to get. It's like I just said, it's good to finally get out there with both of them and see what that looks like, and can't wait to continue to try to build something special.
Take us through the charge.
The one they didn't call or the one they called?
The one they called.
Marcus did a good job. He stabbed at the ball. I think Matthew kind of got off balance, and I seen an opportunity to make a winning play. And I actually don't mind taking charges because I can't jump and block a shot. So my only chance is to take a charge.
Austin, what did you think of the lob to DeAndre from LeBron? It seemed like that was a big energy play for the team. Just generally, what did you think of DeAndre?
He was great. High energy, stuff that y'all can't hear or see. His communication on the court, on the defensive end was special tonight. And anytime we can get out and run like that, it's good for our team. So it was an electric play, and we got to reward him for all he does for us that he doesn't get credit for.
Most of the previous games that you played with Luka and LeBron, Rui was at the 4 and just kind of changes defensive matchups. What does having Marcus in there, how does that change kind of the assignments for you, and how does that make things different?
It just, once again, it gives us a different look as a team. Marcus goes out there and causes chaos for whoever he's guarding any night. He's super high energy, handsy. He gets a lot of deflections and just changes the game on that end of the floor. And then with Rui in that spot, if you flip flop him, Rui's ability to shoot the ball and get offensive rebounds, stuff like that. It's just gives us different looks.
Mike Trudell in the media.
LeBron, we knew JJ told us before the game that you had the knee soreness creep up, that you got here and found a way to play through it. He said he probably didn't want you wouldn't want him to tell us, but you're dealing with a migraine as well. When you have that stuff going on, how do you kind of clear the mechanism and find a way to go?
If I'm a player, I got to make something happen, be productive for our team, and do what I can do.
Can you tell us anything more about the knee and how it felt and kind of when it started to get sore?
It happened at practice yesterday during our scrimmage. Went up for a dunk. Came down pretty good, but a couple minutes into the scrimmage after that, it started getting a little soreness, started getting a little tight, and that's what happened.
Just for tonight's game, what did you think the ultimate difference was in the game?
We got a couple more stops. They played some good offensive gameplay by individuals, by teams. Both teams shot really well, but was able to get a couple stops. Obviously Luka and AR was phenomenal offensively, and we needed to get that win.
Caitlin Clark, there was a clip that went around of you saying how when you were healing from sciatica, you gave up cookies and wine. I don't know if you saw it, but Caitlin Clark commented on the post.
No, I saw that.
Yeah, and she was like, I could never retire.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about your discipline and where it comes from or when it started?
When it started, I don't know, but it's been there for quite a while, and she's disciplined as well. And I guarantee if she had to give up something in order to get her back on the floor, she'd do it as well. But it's just part of my makeup to know that I can block out things and lock in on. And that was one of the moments, just being able to take things out that I love. I'm not going to say like it's the reason why I came back or whatever the case may be, but just being able to be disciplined like that and try to get my body in the best possible shape, give my body the best possible chance to recover when I was going on, when I wasn't playing, things of that nature. So when I was trying to come back, I would say it helped.
It was only the 11th game that you, Luka, and Austin played together this year. And So how do the reps help? Just even get another game together. How does that help where you guys want to get to between now and April?
I mean, every game, every second, every minute that we're on the floor together, it helps. Like I said, was that All-Star weekend? We don't know what we're going to be until we get fully healthy. And tonight was one of the first games where JJ and the coaching staff could look down and know everybody was available. So, we just got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing. We got a tough team coming in on Sunday. Let's see, a lifetime NBA rivalry. So we got to be ready for them. They're playing great basketball too.
41 points in the first quarter as a team. Did you feel that kind of offensive flow get clicking early like that?
When we share the ball, when we're moving the ball, we have 25-plus assists in the game. We're a pretty good team. We want to try to aim for that. We want everybody to feel involved. I thought Smart, stayed ready. I thought he was true professional. Didn't shoot the ball at all pretty much throughout the first 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter hit big-time shots for us. Offensively, we just want to, we try to have low turnover games, which we got to continue to be better at that, not turning the ball over and giving teams pick sixes. But then just, everybody feeling the ball, getting that ball moving. So, obviously it starts with Luka, myself, and AR. We are the primary ball handlers and getting everybody involved and not turning the ball over as much. So, but it was a good offensive display for us.
The alley-oop to DeAndre. Stu Lance said in the broadcast that's kind of that's a showtime type of play. Where when you're running up and you're looking back, can you just take us through the checking to see where the ball is, when you're going to receive it, when you decide to throw it, and how it all comes together?
AR was able to kick it up to me, I believe, and I'm just reading the play before it happens, and before I even received the ball, I looked and was looking over at Brooke, and I seen Brooke kind of give me a little bit of attention. So I knew as soon as I caught the ball, I wasn't even putting the ball on the ground. It was going straight in the air to DA, and he brought it home for us.
LeBron, you got to share the floor with Kawhi, and I think for the public, when they talk about him, they talk about his injuries. But sharing the floor with him, being around him so long, what do you say about his resilience and just
awesome? I swear, I have nothing but great things to say about Kawhi, and the type of basketball that he's been playing over the last couple months. I mean, he is who he is for a reason. So I'm not surprised by it. I was, on another note, I was disappointed and on a 2024 Olympic team when he wasn't able to go with us. I was looking forward to teaming up with Y too as well. I was a little disappointed about that when he had to deal with that with another injury. Looking forward to spending some time with him, but listen, he's great. I mean, he had 31 points in 12 minutes the other night. And that was he's awesome. I can speak about him all night, obviously. Appreciate it.
Luka Magic on full display. Riley will be honored with a statue before the Lakers host the Celtics. The homestand wraps up on Tuesday against the Magic. The Lakers hit the road to face the Suns and Warriors on Thursday and Saturday, March 1st, back home against the Kings. It's going to be a lot of fun on Sunday. Access 360, fourth quarter offense.
Yeah, that's my bad because we was talking about Miley Cyrus. But
I know.
Yeah, I got that in your head. We going to do the 360? Well, I guess I'm not. Oh, there that is. And this breakdown, we're going to show you doing the four. Right here, got a little great screen and roll by DA. Now, this is what's very smart basketball. DA, everybody's looking at LeBron, so DA is going to draw the defense in. Some guys try to score here. You know what? He sees he got some sharp shooters out there wide open, so he's going to kick that to AR. AR is just going to rise it, and how he says, fresh snow, knocks it down. Now, LeBron's in the ISO. He got the advantage right here on Brook Lopez. He blows by him, and look at the defense. Everybody's looking at LeBron because what? They think he's going to score, but he's one of the best passers in the game. He kicks it out, and the shot clock's not running down, but he takes this shot anyway because he feels the bump. Smart for 2 and 1. Now, this is great defense by Luka. Sometimes you got to use your hand. I talk about it all the time. Use your hand. Now we off to the races. But this is smart about Luka because he draws the defense. He sees Brook Lopez. We talked about him at the beginning of the show being a good shot blocker, but he keeps moving right there. You know what? You can't move your feet, though, so I'm going to go ahead and knock this 3 in your face right there. That was a great shot by Luka because he kept moving. Great offensive players always moving without the ball. Now you got this screen and roll. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6. I lost count, but right there he gets open and knocks down the 3. And that goes to show you that sometimes as an offensive player you got to keep moving. And Luka was able to use that screen to his advantage and sit behind Big DA and knock down the tray ball to keep that game rolling.
Saw a lot of good things right there. Great breakdown, Rob, James. You saw good screens. You saw good ball movement and shot making.
Yes, you saw a lot of that. And one thing about Luka that I love, a lot of times when a player gives up the basketball, defense has a tendency to relax a little bit. He's one of the best at giving it up and getting it right back for a wide open three. So he's got so many talents. But, yeah, I thought the ball moved well. You see when it goes inside to Ayton. That's what I'm talking about. Just a touch. Collapse the defense. He could have made a layup, but he could see the three-point shooters, get it back out for, solid plays. So, yeah, I thought it was an efficient game, Let the Clippers get back in there. Clippers have been playing well. I got to give them a little credit, too.
Yes,
so
playing great basketball.
They've been playing well.
Even post-trade. All right, still to come on Access, DeAndre Ayton with one of the 43 and 14. By the way, the Detroit Pistons right now have the #1 record in the league. Spurs are right behind them at 39 and 16. Nuggets at 36 and 21. They're coming off a loss. Rockets at 34 and 20. Lakers 34 and 21. And the T-Wolves at 35 and 22. So it is coming down to the final 27 games. DeAndre Ayton in the locker room.
Health is going to be the storyline for this team throughout the year, and you missed some games prior to the break with some knee soreness. How were you able to kind of work on that? And obviously, the way you were catching out loud, it looks like you have that athleticism back in your leg.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. I took down and just, got stronger. And just put maintenance into the knee. Trying my best to get as much, treatment as I can. Just kept stacking treatment on the games I missed. And, All-Star really just looked out for me with the days I can stack and, come back strong and have some fresh legs.
JJ said he thought the play of the game may have been the charge that Reeves drew.
Most definitely. Yeah, that turned us up a little because there was a lot of back and forth. It was mucky a little bit in the fourth. Felt like a playoff game, to be honest. Calls was being being called out there, whether it was this, whether it was that. But the game was slowed down for sure. And that play right there, changed the whole momentum. And, that's just got everybody fired up and even more locked in down the stretch.
As a big, do you appreciate when guards are willing to come inside and kind of sacrifice?
Oh, yes. I love the low man because they depend on us to be the low man. And, our guys down here is tough, too. So, they take a couple of blows for us. AR had 2 of them, but they didn't call the second one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last 2.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
What are you going to be doing on Sunday? Watching?
No, I have a birthday party I got to attend.
Birthday party. Well, we will be down there. It is a big day for your former coach, your good friend, Pat Riley. I know you're excited to see all the fellas, and of course, Pat.
Yeah, big day for Pat Riley. I mean, the beginning of the showtime right there with that nice hairdo. I think he had a little bit of Afro sheen on there, but
no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, look,
that's just juices and berries.
This guy was a professional. I mean, he had us ready. He got showtime going, boy. He was all about preparation. Loved his players. Knew how to communicate to every one of us on an individual basis, and just he was a winner.
Even Mike McGee.
Even Mike McGee.
Legend, Pat Riley.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, it's got to be against the Celtics, Rob, because I mean.
Hey, no doubt.
Just makes sense.
You think about, James can talk about it. He was on the team, how the Lakers, was getting dominated by the Celtics, but Pat Riley comes in and said, no, that's enough of that. You think about what he's able to, bring to Showtime. Think about the combination of him and Dr. Bus together, what they brought to this city. The start of, franchise was already great. They were just the icing on the top, and then my team was a cherry. But it was just it was so great to have Pat Riley, to play against him as a player. I just wish I could have played for him because I would love to play with him.
That Jerry West, believe it or not, was, a lot of people don't remember that Jerry West was head coach for a little while, for about 2 or 3 months, I believe. Yeah. And then he brought Pat Riley down as an assistant. Pat Riley was doing radio. He was like us.
He's a chick.
He wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do, and they brought him down as assistant. And then when the coach from Loyola, I can't remember his name.
Westhead.
When Westhead left, Pat Riley was right there, and he really liked Magic. Liked him. He liked the freedom that he gave him, and been 5 championships later.
Did you guys ever talk about his suits or his hair? He was always put together, right? I mean, he looked the part, didn't he?
All the time, man.
He never looked. Was he ever not buttoned up?
He had a deal with Hugo Boss, and I was so jealous.
Yeah.
They had nothing that could fit.
I mean, he had nicer suits than you guys, right?
Yeah, of course. He had. We didn't have a dress code back then.
Yeah.
Until Kurt Rambis messed it up, because Kurt wore these old holy jeans.
Sandals.
Yeah,
flip-flops,
body gloves.
Yeah. So then the NBA came with a dress code, but Rouse was always clean, man. I think he was on the cover of GQ a couple times. There it was.
So, Rob, of course, the Celtic game's also a big game. They blew out the Lakers the last time they played. I want to say it was early December in Boston. Are you surprised at the year they're having? No Drew Holiday, Porzingis, they're gone. Tatum is hurt.
Yeah.
You go into the year thinking, Celtics will be battling for a play-in spot, maybe punting. Absolutely not. Third best record in the NBA.
That's a big shocker to me.
Jaylen Brown, MVP candidate.
To me, when you look at how he's played, me and Jaylen Brown this season, he's number one for his MVP because everybody, I don't think there's anybody that's outside of a Boston fan kind of like, they all wrote him off without JT. Oh, he's not this, he's not that. I mean,
he's a one.
But he's a guy who comes out, he defends, he talks a lot of trash, he's a very intelligent player. And I didn't realize until the All-Star break, he kind of swole, too.
Yeah, he is.
I'm like, I thought he was a skinny dude, but, man, you have to, I hate to say it, but you got to give him props, though.
Phenomenal season.
He's kept that team afloat. And then also, they make some good trades. It's a smart leadership over there. So I'm shocked where they are. I'm sure half the league is shocked, but they're not shocked because they got Mr. Brown.
Yeah, I'm excited to see a live big game. We'll be down there.
I give a lot of credit to the coaching staff at Boston, too, because once you've won a championship, you kind of have a formula in place. And a lot of times you can plug in players. But, they get a lot of support from White and, guys off the bench. So they have a system that they believe in, and you just plug in people, and it makes it work.
And, I'm really interested in how that trade with how you say his name?
Vucevic.
Yeah, Vucevic, because you think about Vucevic, he's just a more talented, I'm about to say Al Horford. Because they play kind of the same role, bigs who can step out and play threes, bigs
younger version,
who they can unassuming at blocking shots. So they make some good moves. So they kind of scary on a low.
No doubt. Lakers got to get that win though, aren't they? Big game.
Nice to get the win.
What they gonna get?
What's that?
What they gonna get?
They gonna get that Celtic game.
There it is. There it is. For Big Game James, for Robert Keith Ory, for Mike Trudell, I'm Chris McGee.
My government name.
Thanks for watching.
Maximus. What do they call it? Ludus Maximus.